Hi guys, this is Kenya. Welcome back to Kenya's Decor Corner. So today we are going to be making a couple aloe vera mixtures for my hair that I'll be using prior to shampooing my hair. So this is what I'm going to consider a pre-poo. So we're going to make a aloe vera oil mixture, and then we'll use the remaining part of the aloe vera for a actual mix that I'll add to my hair. So anyway, let's get started. Let me show you guys what I'll be doing. As you can see here, I have some ingredients, and I have this large aloe vera leaf that I picked up from my local grocery store. Most grocery stores will have these if they have like an international section, or if it's like a Whole Foods market or something like that. You can also get it at the Indian market as well. I have seen them there, but I got this one at my grocery store. For oils, you will need a cup of coconut oil, which this is a cup, but once it melts down, it's really going to be like maybe half a cup of coconut oil. So I have the coconut oil here, and you need vitamin E oil. So these are the two items that you need the most. You need the aloe vera, you need coconut oil, and you need the vitamin E oil. These other oils are optional, but I also have neem oil here that I'll be using. If you guys can see that. And then I also have some Jamaican black castor oil, and this is the coconut blend. Now I haven't used this one before, but I am going to give it a try. I usually use the mango and lime, which is this one. That's what I usually use, but since I'm doing coconut oil with this, I decided I'll give the coconut oil one a try. So we have the coconut oil and black castor oil, and I have some jojoba oil, and I have sweet almond oil. And guys, you can get all these oils like at Walmart or your grocery store. This one is from Trader Joe's, and I think this one's from like maybe HEB. It takes a little bit of a higher end grocery store for the neem oil, and the other items are from Walmart. Alrighty, so let's get started. So over here, you guys can see I have on my stove a pan with a bowl in it. So I'm going to do the double boiler method for this. So let's go ahead and put our oil in there so it can start melting. Okay, now while that is melting, we'll go ahead and cut up our aloe vera. Now let me say, I did go ahead and wash this off thoroughly front and back. And for this oil, I'm going to use the top portion of it, because when I use this for my hair, when I try to get the gel out, there's obviously not as much gel in this thinner parts up here. So I'll be using the majority of this topper portion for the oil. And as you guys can see, the aloe vera has these spikes along the side, so you have to really be careful with that. So let's go ahead and cut this. Now, as you guys can see, I have all the aloe vera cut up into pieces, and I just trimmed off the edges so that I don't prick myself. And I think I'm going to cut the larger ones in half again so they'll be a little bit thinner. Now I'm checking on my coconut oil over here. Let me move you guys in a bit closer. So I'm just stirring this a little bit so that it can go ahead and melt. I should say that I have my flame on low heat. You know, we're not trying to have this boiling all over the place. We just want to use it to heat the oil. So I'm going to give this a few minutes and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so the coconut oil is melted, as you guys can see there. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in a dropper of my neem oil. And neem oil has similar properties as coconut oil in that it will kind of solidify a bit, and so that's what you see along the edges here. And so yeah, you will just that's okay, that's to be expected. So that's one dropper full, so we'll go ahead and add that in there. Mix that all together. And I'm going to also add in the other oils. I'm going to add in the vitamin E oil. I will put 1 tablespoon of the vitamin E oil. So I have my tablespoon here. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the Jamaican black castor oil. Okay, so now we will add a 1/2 tablespoon of sweet almond oil. And also a 1/2 tablespoon of jojoba oil. Now I'm going to let this oil just kind of warm up here in this double broiler for maybe about 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to add in my aloe vera. Okay, now let's go ahead and add in our aloe vera. And now we are going to let this infuse into the oil for about 10, maybe 15 minutes, maybe about 10 minutes or so. And I will stir it occasionally, like maybe every couple of minutes, just to make sure that all of the pieces are, totally submerged within the oil. Okay guys, so while that one is still infusing over there, I'm going to go ahead and start preparing this one. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this about the amount that I think I'm going to use for my hair, and then the rest of it I'll store away for another time. So I'm going to cut it about here. And I should go ahead and cut off the end. You can as well. But I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this up and put this away. There we go. So I did ask at the market how long will this last, and the aloe vera lasts for about 15 days. And so I'm going to just go ahead and put this in the fridge, and then I will use it for next week's application. So I'm going to probably put the date on here also, just so I remember. But yeah, let's put this one away. Now we'll go ahead and cut the sides off like we did before. Now I have these 3 sections here, so I'm going to cut this in half. This is one way to do it. So I've seen different people do it different ways. So I've seen them cut it in half and then kind of just preparate it like this. So basically you're just cutting the gel into chunks so that then you can get even chunks out. As you can see how it's cut there. And then get even chunks out. And I'm going to get a little bowl, but everything is going to go in my little blender here. So yeah, let me get a bowl to put everything in. Okay. You have to be very careful, guys, not to cut yourself. Now I'm going to just put this over into my bowl. Let's stir this a bit. Okay guys, as you can see, I have cut all of my aloe vera gel from the skin here, and also I have turned off my oil over here. It is done, and so now I'm going to allow it to cool off for about 30 minutes before I touch that hot bowl to get everything out. So meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and put my aloe vera pieces here into my little pulsator and then pulse it for a bit until it's nearly liquefied, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we will take a strainer. I just picked this up from the Dollar Tree and place it over my bowl so that I can strain out the liquid. And do I need something to pop it up here? As you can see, this might take a while to strain out, so I'm just going to let it sit for a bit while I clean up some of my mess and let this strain out. And this is the liquid that I have. Okay. Rinse out my strainer and then get the oil out. And there's still goo hanging from the strainer. This is a bit messy. Okay, now this is cool to touch. So I'm just going to take it out. And as you can see, I have my bowl here with the strainer. So I'm just going to pour this into the strainer. I'm going to press them just a little bit. And there is my aloe vera infused oil. So I'm going to pour this into my dispenser and get ready to apply it to my hair. So I have my dispenser here. And here's my strainer, or my funnel, excuse me. So I'm just going to pour this into this container here. Perfect. Now I have the gel here also. I'm going to put this in a smaller container and I will be ready to apply both of these to my hair. Okay guys, and as you can see, I put my aloe vera, just the juice or the pulp or whatever you want to call it, into this little container because I couldn't find, or actually all of my large containers like this are already being used, and I have a smaller one but I couldn't locate it, so I just had this one that was empty. So it was an oil thing that I did use a while back, and it really didn't do much for me. And so anyway, but I still had the container, so I just cleaned it out really good and added my aloe vera in there. So yep, now I am done and ready to apply this to my hair. And if your oil separates a little bit like that, all you have to do is shake it back up and you're good to go. Alrighty. Okay guys, so I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if so, be sure to go ahead and click the thumbs up button. And also, if you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. I hope that you'll go ahead and click the subscribe button, and also be sure to hit the notification bell to receive alerts as to when I upload new videos. And for my faithful family members, I love you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing all of you on the next video. Much love and many blessings. Bye-bye.